Sponsored by RxCardClub.com. Get a free prescription drug card and save up to 85% on prescription drugs. RxCardClub.com, Ohio State football vs. Iowa, odds, preview, TV and live stream. Columbus, Ohio. Number 3 Ohio State has its Big Ten home opener on Saturday against Caleb Johnson and Iowa. Here is everything you need to know before kickoff. TV, CBS, with Brad Nessler, Gary Danielson and Jenny Dell on the call. Series info: this will be the 67th game between the two schools. Ohio State leads the series, 47-15-3, including a 54-10 rout of Iowa in 2022. A former Ohio State quarterback files lawsuit against Ohio State, NCAA, Big Ten and Learfield for usage of likeness. Watch Ohio State football's hype video for Week 6 vs. Iowa. Which Ohio State prospects are visiting for the Iowa game? Ohio State football vs. Iowa score predictions. Can the Buckeyes dominate the Hawkeyes? Does Coach Ryan Day pick which uniforms Ohio State football wears? Ohio State defensive line prepping for challenge of Iowa rushing attack. Can Jeremiah Smith have Ohio State's best freshman season? Here's the history he's up against. Ohio State football's Jim Knowles has activated a star player, Buckeye Bits. Ohio State football's Chip Kelly will run a trick play versus Iowa, outrageous predictions. It was electric how a backup made Ohio State football's most important play versus Michigan State. Why an Ohio State standout isn't in EA Sports College Football 25. Could QB Ryan Day lead Chip Kelly's offense with Ohio State football? Here's what he said. Inside Ohio State football's black stripe helmet tradition, where it came from, and why it's important. Freshman wide receiver Jeremiah Smith leads the Buckeyes in receiving over the first 4 games of this season. He's also quickly become one of the best receivers in the entire country. Could Smith put together the greatest freshman season in Ohio State football history? Listen to Stefan and Steven debate that on the latest episode of Buckeye Talk. If you've never listened to Buckeye Talk, try it now. Subscribe to Buckeye Talk on any of these podcast platforms or wherever you listen to podcasts. Passing, Iowa, Cade McNamara, 64-102, 62.7%, 588 yards, 3 TDs, 2 INTs. Ohio State, Will Howard, 72-105, 68.6%, 1,039 yards, 8 TDs, 2 INTs. Rushing, Iowa, Caleb Johnson, 82 carries, 685 yards, 8.4 average, 9 TDs. Ohio State, Quinshon Judkins, 47 carries, 390 yards, 8.3 average, 5 TDs. Receiving, Iowa, Jacob Gill, 13 receptions, 145 yards, 11.2 average, 1 TD. Ohio State, Jeremiah Smith, 19 receptions, 364 yards, 19.2 average, 5 TDs. Interceptions, Iowa, Jermari Harris, 2 INTs, Higgins, 2 INTs. Ohio State, Denzel Burke, 2 INTs.